that on?
Yeah, it's on.
Come a bit closer.
Yeah. Needless to say, living the dream.
Yeah, literally, it's just an honour to be here, and obviously it's the first time in 64 years, and I just feel so lucky to be out here and just taking it all in. It's just such a special moment for me, and yeah, I'm happy to be here.
It's been such a journey for you, because I remember watching you playing for the New Saints.
Yeah.
Talk us through that journey.
It's a bit surreal. Obviously, I was in the New Saints when I was 18, and to look back at that and think where I am now, it's just it's unreal. It's always been a hard journey, and I've put in hard work, and it's got me where I am today.
And your form this season, has that got you into the squad, do you think, particularly this season?
Yeah, definitely. I think this season I've been in good form, but that's just all the hard work I've been putting in, and this season is really showing, and I think I just need to keep doing that and keep pushing my level.
How will you feel if you're from a sporting family, your brother is a really top-class rugby player as well, but how will you feel about what you're doing for the family here?
Yeah, they're all so proud of me. Obviously my parents are coming out now, my brother's going to be in South Africa playing for the Blues, so we're lucky as a family. We've been brought up well, and just that hard work we both put in, and it's really paying off for both of us.
What has Theo said to you?
Just wishing me all the best, like I do for him, for all the games, and yeah, it's just a really special moment for both of us, and he's obviously wishing me all the best, and I'm hopefully going to do him all proud.
How come you ended up with football and Theo went on the rugby path? Did you think about rugby in your youth?
Well, I did play when I was younger, and up until I think I was about 14, which was when I had to choose either football or rugby, and I was at Swansea at the time, so it was a bit of a no-brainer.
Tell me, what is the feeling in the squad about how far you can go in this tournament?
Well, we were just talking about on the way, just talking about the good times in the Euros, so we know how far we can go. It's such a good group, the togetherness within is so good, and I think that's our main real strength in the team is our togetherness, and obviously we've got some world-class players, but our togetherness in the team, we know we can beat any team on their day, and we'll see.
Last couple from me. Joe Allen is your club mate. How do you think he's looking?
He's looking good. Obviously, I haven't really seen him train much. He's unfortunate timing of injury, but he's been working really hard out on the pitch, trying to get himself fit for this, because this is all he's ever wanted to do, and I'm sure he's going to be ready for the games.
And Gareth Bale, we know he's a talisman, but what's he like to face when you're up against him in training? I mean, is he a different level, would you say?
Yeah, his level's unreal, honestly. Like, training against him, the stuff he does, like, you just can't get near him. You try to, but you can't. It's honestly, like, just world class, like I say. It's amazing to train with someone like that, and we're lucky to have him on our team, because we know in them tough, difficult moments, he's going to bring some class and hopefully pull us through.
And do you sense he feels this is his moment, this is his stage?
Yeah, definitely. I think, like all of us, it's so special to be involved in something like this, and for players like that, well, Gareth Bale is world class. This is the way he wants to show how good he is.
All the best, Ben.
Thank you.
Diolch, Rob. Any more questions for Ben? Okay, perfect, no problem. We'll go into the...
How are you?
Hi Rob, yeah, good, thanks.
You were there in 2016, you were there in 2021, and now this. Talk me through it.
Yeah, it's very surreal being at a World Cup. I have to pinch myself at times when I see the Wales flag surrounded by, some top nations like Brazil and Argentina. It's got a bit of a different feel to the past Euros. It's the world stage and a World Cup, so it's the pinnacle.
Does it remind you a lot of the build-up to Euro 2016, in that you've sort of crossed the Rubicon, you've got over a big hurdle to get here?
Yeah, when we managed to get into the playoffs, it was a great achievement, and we always knew we had a chance of achieving something special, but we knew when we have a full strength squad in this team, we can compete against anyone, and I think we showed that again in the Nations League games. We got relegated, but I think we showed we could compete against some top nations, so yeah.
I think there's 8 of you who've been through the 3 tournaments. How important is your knowledge and experience of tournament football, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's massive. You have to remain confident. You can, firstly, get points on the board and believe you can progress through the group stages. We've got some big games coming up, but they're all ones we look at and think we can win. I look around the dressing room and see some top class players and a togetherness that I've been lucky to be a part of, and one that will only help us in order to progress.
I mean, seeing Aaron Ramsey's hairstyle, it takes you back to 2016, that spirit to 2016, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And if he plays like he did then, I think we'll be all right. But no, he's a top player. I have no arguments about him going blonde, because I was blonde once. And yeah, hopefully, no, we can do what we did in 2016. Would be amazing. But yeah, no, it's a cool look.
You go for the factor 50 now rather than the blonde stuff.
Yeah, no, there's a picture around the hotel when I was blonde and he dyed his hair blonde, and I was sure he copied me, but he didn't.
Jonny, I mean, you and Chris Gunter playing League Two football, did you worry at all that might sort of affect your Wales chances? Because you know what people say, how are they in the team playing in League Two?
Yeah, I'm playing at League Two. The main reason I dropped down to League Two was to try and enjoy my football again. I had opportunities elsewhere, but my main decision was to go and play for a manager that I knew from Crystal Palace days, someone that I knew really well, and he was the manager at Swindon, and just said I was going to be the main man and just go and enjoy your football and get your career back on track. And to be honest, I've really enjoyed it. The levels got tougher, I think, since COVID. Players have dropped down the leagues, but yeah, I'm grateful to the manager here for always believing me and giving me that opportunity. He believes that I'm confident at this level, and I almost feel it's easier at times because you're playing with better players, you're playing against better players, but you're surrounded by some top class players, and I've always felt comfortable, and I think the manager knows that as well.
And I think I worked out you've got more club goals than any other player in this squad this season.
Yeah, no, we've had a bit of a joke about that. I think someone got asked that the other day, but I'm not sure they got it right. I think they were a bit surprised. But no, I'm enjoying playing week in, week out. I've not always been able to do that in my career, so my body feels good, and I'm just grateful I'm fit and able to experience a World Cup. It means a lot.
Last couple, you've experienced so much, but you've scored the odd goal for Wales as well. What would it mean just to get on that pitch and play in a World Cup? It's a big leap, John, no matter what you say, from Swindon to Doha and a World Cup finals, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge. It wasn't long ago I scored against Poland, and that meant a lot, playing in League Two and going away with Wales in the summer, and then getting on the score sheet against Poland. Was an amazing feeling, but to get on the pitch in a World Cup would be a dream come true. It's every kid's dream to play a World Cup. So whether that's a minute or every game, if you're able to go and play a World Cup, it's a huge achievement in football. And yeah, I'll be making sure I'm fit and ready if I'm needed.
How far can you go?
Guess we'll see. I honestly believe the team can achieve what they want to achieve. There's some world-class players in there with a top togetherness through the staff to the players. And if we play like we can and focus on ourselves, I'll have to wait and see, just because I've been surprised so many times in the past. So, yeah, we'll see.
Last one. You said the word surreal in your first answer about being at the World Cup. Is there anything more surreal than seeing Cafu, the great Cafu, in a Wales bucket hat saying Cymru am byth?
Yeah, just completely surprised, to be honest. We had a bit of a laugh and a joke about it yesterday at dinner. I don't think any of us could believe that Cafu was, wishing the boy as well, with a bucket hat on. I'd been tagged in something on Instagram from Budweiser, and I was like showing the lads around the table, and yeah, everyone couldn't believe what I was saying, to be fair.
You better buy yourself a Brazil hat.
Yeah.
Cheers, John.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you. Any further questions for Jonny? Just at the back. Hi, Johnny. You talked a bit with Rob about the leap from League Two. Do you think people get a bit, I don't know, sniffy, a bit snobby about League Two footballers?
Potentially. Yeah, I guess. I've been lucky enough to play so many games at international level. I just feel comfortable playing for Wales, playing against top players. I've played some of my best games, believe it or not, for Wales. So yeah, I think there is a bit of that. For me, I dropped down for my own reasons to go and enjoy myself again and play for a manager I knew, and kind of just get my enjoyment back in the game. But yeah, potentially, yeah.
What can you prove then to people, for any doubters out there?
Just keep doing what I've always been doing. I managed to score in the Nations League for Poland, playing in League Two. So yeah, I guess some people might not make sense of that, and yeah, it probably is a bit weird. But my career's not been straightforward, and I've had a lot of injuries, and people haven't selected me at times, and I've had a lot of loans and injuries at bad times. So yeah, I'll just do what I always done and play my heart out and play, dribble with the ball and try and make things happen like I've always done.
You've had a decade in the squad. You know some of the Centurions very well. How do you describe that bond, the relationship between those players that have been on this journey over the last decade? And how much is there of taking the mick out of each other as well?
I think it's massive. It's the best, camaraderie I've been involved in. And it's just evolved throughout the years. I was lucky enough to go in my first squad with Gary Speed, and you could see that was going to be a journey. There's a lot of top-class young players that were going to be here for a while, led by two world-class players in Gareth and Aaron, and all the other players have kind of got on board with that, and we've played to their strengths, and everyone's looked better as well. So there's a massive togetherness in the squad. And I think it starts from obviously the manager, but having a captain in Gareth and a leader that's so down to earth and treats everyone the same, and he sets a stall out for any young player coming in the squad. That, if Gareth's down to earth and he's got no ego and he has a laugh, and then no one else should be like that. And I think that's why the squad's so strong, and we have a great laugh, to be fair.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Any further questions? All good? Jock and Pau, thank you so much.
Cheers, guys.